All right, so today is day number 2 of my daily check-in around this wave that I'm in. And maybe it doesn't look like I'm in a wave, which is great. That's good news for me to see that I can still pull myself together. Yeah, so sleep was really bad again last night. I sometimes have this thing where I wake up a couple hours after I fall asleep and then have a hard time getting back to sleep. So that's what happened last night. I was exhausted all day yesterday, exhausted beyond. So I didn't go out for a walk or do any exercise, and I was so ready to crash by, 9. And I fell asleep, but then woke up like 2 hours later. And then it took me a couple hours to then fall back asleep. That was another 2 hours, up for 2 and back for 2. So I literally did like 3 chunks of 2 hours. And so far today, I have been, along with all of that comes like a lot of prickles and so I am wondering about this histamine thing. So I did have a lot of histamine issues before the setback, like prior to that 4-month like healed window where everything had gone away. I did have a lot of histamine issues, and it presented as allergies. Not just like a standard allergy, but like a lot of nasal issues. There were certain parts of the house that I couldn't be in. So I feel like that's all back, and it's, but I also feel like this histamine, and it's different. It's like when you've been going through this for so long, you can almost kind of tell the difference between like a glutamate surge, a cortisol surge, and a histamine. It's ridiculous. So this is like a histamine kind of, like it's like prickles, and like my face is prickling, and I've got the tinnitus, and it's just like prickly, and my nose swells up, and it's like I'm sure any old normal person would just do like a steroid inhaler and get on with their day or their night, as the case may be. But I'm not going to be putting steroids in my body, even if it's in my nose. I did try that one time last year when I had this, and it wasn't fun. I definitely felt amped. So I'm not going to do that. So I do like the neti pot, and anyway, it's just a pain in the ass. So yeah, I got up and finally, just got myself out of bed, because it's like, what's the point lying there? You just feel like shit. Like literally lying in bed just feels like there's just no use. So in a lot of ways, that does mean that my baseline is much, much higher still than the beginning of the setback, because I couldn't have gotten out of bed if I wanted to. Like I was completely in bed. I couldn't move. I was so weak. So that's good. I was able to get up and shower. And then I came into my office and I laid down and I did like a little sleep meditation for several minutes. I don't know, maybe it was a half an hour. And I didn't fall asleep, but I think it was good. So good for my brain, because I've heard that we get like micro sleep. I don't know. So I did that, and then got on Facebook for a minute and had lunch. I did another little meditation, and I'm now going to see my clients. I don't know how I'm going to get through it. I'm exhausted. But, somehow the hour ends up passing, and then I only have 2 today. I'm sticking to 2 a day. I'm not doing more than 2 a day. And I'm telling myself this too shall pass. I mean, it's got to pass. Like every time I've had insomnia and waves, they've passed. Like even, I had the worst insomnia of my life when my son was little, and I had to work. I was a body worker at the time, and I worked in this kind of like, really high-end spa. and I would drop him off at the daycare downstairs that they had because it was super bougie. So they had that as a service for the members. And I would drop him off there and I would go to the spa. And I remember just sitting sometimes like in the lounge before work and just being like, God, if people even knew how horrible I feel right now. And I would have to do like 5 deep tissue massages, like back to back with like a 10-minute break in between. And I survived. And like my son is, he's a teen. So I just keep telling myself things like that. Like, you're going to get through this. It's not easy. Oh, and I forgot to mention I did do some Gupta retraining, which I've been doing the retraining now, like a hybrid of DNRS or Gupta, or I kind of go back and forth. I do the Gupta, he has like a whole thing on parts, like talking to our parts. I do a lot of meditation. So it's not easy. This is like heavy lifting. I mean, my brain right now feels like it's just melted, like it could just like run out my eye. Like, that's how bad I feel. But I don't really feel like I have any other options at this point. Like, I just have to do my day and rest as best as I can. And I hope that, at some point my sleep will get better. Like, I mean, I was clearly getting rest, because how would I put together like an entire office and it looks pretty damn good in here. You can't see it from there, but, I was like running around, like walking for 2.5 miles every day and, driving places. So, I mean, surely that will come back. All right, well, that's it. I'm going to peace out for now, and tomorrow I will come back with another update. All right, keep going, warriors. Keep going strong. We're going to get through this one day at a time. All right.